Toronto Rock owner Jamie Dawick is, first of all, I just want to do this just because it's fun, and I know Buffalo Bandits fans like to watch this show. Toronto Rock have been owned by the Buffalo Bandits the last few years, so I had to get that out of the way. But Toronto Rock owner Jamie Dawick said, expect World War III when he was on the Lacrosse Classified podcast with Jake Elliott. He said that regarding the future CBA or collective bargaining agreement negotiations between the NLLPA and the NLL this upcoming off season. He says this might be the last season you'll get to enjoy for a while. I'm paraphrasing. Okay. I would like to let this be known, and this is not just so I can take shots at him later. This conversation I'm about to have is not personal to Jamie Dawick. I don't know him. I don't know his intentions. I don't know anything about the man besides that he owns the Toronto Rock. What I will say, respectfully, is he should be ashamed. Because this was lame and unnecessary. If you think about just the point of view where it's like, on the surface, like, what is the first reaction a fan's going to think? I'll tell you what they think. Is just read the Adam Levy lax on Twitter. Just read the comments of whenever he quoted what was said. That's people's immediate reaction. Twitter's a great way to gauge immediate reactions. And people immediately were like, great, screwed. Like, stuff like that. And then there was the other side about this when you think about it again. Because I hope it's just contract negotiating. Or a way of getting a way up on things. Kind of like the NFL does. Like, a player will come out with his PR team and say things. Then the team will say the other thing. So we got some of that possibly going on here, I hope. But on the surface, it's damning because it paints a horrible picture of the NLL and even the players. Like, I don't know who benefits from him saying that besides podcasts like Lacrosse Classified or shows like Daily Dive. Yeah, it's great content, but who exactly benefits besides that? The viewers become more skeptical than they do optimistic. The players are now in a bad spot because they look like jerks. And the owners are in a bad spot because they look like a bunch of proud people who think the players are at fault for all this. And I do want to make this known. I will dive further into both sides of the coin in a future topic or future segment. But I do see both sides of the coin here. Here's a simple version. I think players need to understand that this league doesn't profit that much yet. I've always referred to it as the 60s NBA. Heck, how the 2000s WNBA before Caitlin Clark got there? Like, let's be real about this. So that's the thing I need to make sure that we're looking at here, is the players need to understand their place in this, and sometimes it takes a place of humility. And then the owners need to invest more energy, because that's what players are wanting. Again, I can get to another segment, but I just want to put this little nugget out there. I'm not pro player or pro owner. I kind of find the middle ground usually. I know some people are like, all for the athletes and the people who put their life on the line. I'm more of okay, it's also a business at the same time. Joe Tsai is possibly, maybe, the most well-known name in lacrosse. Check his Twitter account, Joe Tsai 1999. Non-stop tweets about the PLL, about the New York Liberty of the WNBA, about the new Women's Lacrosse League, and rightfully so. Folks, the owner of the Seals, his last tweet regarding the Seals was, I believe, December 2023. There has been lacrosse played since then in San Diego. You can look up Joe Tsai, the username Joe Tsai 1999, and type in Seals or Seals Lax. He has not said the word Seals or added the Seals Lax team in a year almost. So I see it from both sides. It's not just old man yelling at cloud. It's not get off my lawn. I see where players are frustrated. I see where owners are frustrated. But I just want to throw that nugget out there to you because I do think saying expect World War III. Listen, I remember personally the NBA lockouts of was it? I don't know how long it was. 10 years ago? I forget how long ago it was. It's not good for the league if a lockout does happen. We're going to still do Dilly Dive regardless because thankfully the Women's Lacrosse League now exists too, which helps. But it's like the league would be in a bad spot from a momentum standpoint at such a critical time in history when in 2028 the Olympics are going to have sixes lacrosse. The PLL is introducing a new women's league, albeit 4 teams, and albeit they have 8 teams. And the NLL has recently folded a team, and now an owner has come out saying expect World War III in the next contract bargaining negotiations. Great, good to know. Looks like we got our topics planned out for the next year. This should be fun.